all the intentions in the world to do a regular one because I have one on my wall from last year. I'm just gonna fucking keep it there.
I'm gonna say, if you want me to get mine, I can get it and we can like show and tell.
But this is what I printed this morning.
That's cute. Oh, I like that. I like that. Wait, what does this say? Everywhere, what?
Look at proportions of this.
Okay, well, what's the board look like? Because damn, I thought that was just one piece. That's the whole thing.
So now change of plans. I'm gonna do a digital one, but this is gonna go on my wall.
I love that.
I like it too. I kind of like the
I'm
wall
gonna
idea.
live in like my childhood teenage bedroom where I had posters on the walls. This is what I'm gonna have.
I literally, oh my god, now I have to show you mine. Now it's just meant to be.
Okay, but you have to show it to us at the end and explain it to us at the end.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Do you want me to just pick it up? Because look, here's mine. I have one for like each year, and then this is the one from this year. So I could just take it or done.
Yes, we're gonna want an explanation to it.
Okay, so I should get it now, right? Should I get it now?
Yes, ma'am.
I want to know all those. That's so cool. You're keeping.
Oh my gosh, I love them. It's just, and I realize, seeing other people's frames of work, like my brain definitely moves a lot different than others, but it's just good to see over time. Like,
I love that.
I know, like I look at it every day, and these are like really good things and really good quotes and stuff. So I'll just keep it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I love that.
And what's funny? It's so cool to see how everybody else like pulls their visions and like not only what their goals are, but like how they put them on the paper. I'm just like inspired every time.
I love that. Well, I'm doing mine like kindergarten arts and crafts over here, okay?
And that's what matters. You're doing yours, and that is all that really matters. That's it.
We trying. We a little crabby, a little PMSy, a little too dry for my liking, but we going, okay?
I'm only on day 2, and I'm like,
oh, you're doing it too?
Girl, yeah, I did, because I was borderline having a problem. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, me too.
Really, Aubrey? Do tell, please.
Girl, it was like damn near transfer. I don't know. I just started having a lot of fun drinking at home. I mean, I'm a party girl, so I drink outside, but it was to the point where like I would look forward to drinking at home more than outside. And I'm already a shots girl as it is, and that's not good because you take it down quick. Like, so all that combination, that's what happened.
So how are you feeling on your day 2? Let's do a little check-in.
Let's do a dry January check-in.
Yeah, it's kind of hard. I think it's more, what I've realized for me is that it's more so the activity of it than like the drinking. Because I say I don't like to drink, but I'll take down a shot real quick because I like the high that it gives us. So I feel like that I have been trying to like, I hate to say it, do another transfer addiction to something a little bit healthier. So we've been trying. I've been trying to figure out different things, and like I've been getting into baking lately because I'm just like, there has to be something to like. I think it's just me, and I'm back when I was a binge eater. I was doing it because I was bored. I do things out of boredom, like, and if I don't have like, I'm an emotional eater, but I'm also a bored person. So if I don't have anything to do, I will do that. So finding stuff to like fuel the brain, but it's only day 2.
100%.
I'm good, but we're not successful yet. So let's see how it goes.
Are you trying to do the whole January?
Honestly, I'm just trying to take it day by day, but I already have like social events already set. So like, that's the one thing, but I know that is just a hurdle I put for myself. Cause I know if I really did put myself to it, I could do it, but I'm just trying to make it to that point and then see if I can. Then we'll see, like, okay, was that really an addiction? Because then if so, we're going to have to keep going,
Yeah, girl, man.
You mean like if it's an addiction, we're going to keep going, like keep drinking?
No, I think it's like, it's already like, how like I always say self-awareness is key. It's like right here, but I'm kind of like ignoring it because I'm like, if I can go the full month or like a certain period of time and not feel like addicted or need it, then I won't feel as like so compelled. Because I've definitely been addicted to things and I have addictive tendencies in my family. So that's why I'm just like, too. I know it's a potential. So that's why I'm like, part of me is like, okay, go till this date, which is like the 18th, because that's when I have like an outing with my friends. So I'm like, okay, I know that's a fulfilled outing, but if I can make it to then hopefully I won't feel so compelled as like, that's my gateway. and then go till the end of January, you know? So a
Yes,
mental
you are speaking to my soul, because that's exactly how I feel, Aubrey. Like to a T. So Fatima's coming to visit me on the 25th. And so we've decided we're gonna do dry January till then. So we're
that's
not
good.
doing
We
like
can
the
let's
whole
hold each other accountable. Okay? Let's check
totally.
in.
But
'Cause
like I feel the same way as you. Like addiction runs heavy in my family. Like obviously I've been really open about that, and like it's become, like you said, it's like the ritual of the nightly, like, okay, work is done, kids are fed, like, I'm gonna pour myself a glass of wine. But then it gets a little earlier and a little
yes!
earlier. I don't know, girl.
Feel
This is
it.
hard.
I feel, and then
We're
I'm
on
just
day
like,
5.
I always go back and forth because I'm like, well, I'm safe because I'm at home. Like, if I pass out drunk, I'm passing out in the bed, but I'm also like, you're passing out drunk, like, by
Totally.
yourself. It's 8 p.m. Like, and it doesn't help too in winter time. So,
I remember my dad like was an alcoholic, and the only reason he doesn't drink right now is because he had a few strokes and he had a heart
oh my
attack. So
gosh.
like the
Oof.
doctor literally told him like the meds that you were taking for your heart are so strong that if you are going to drink, like you're going to die.
Oh my
So like
goodness.
if that's like an option for you, then go for it. So I guess like that scared that old man, and he drinks, like he'll have like a shot of vodka here and there like when somebody's celebrating something, but he can't drink. And when I say he can't drink, he can't drink. He was an absolutely disgusting drunk. Like I remember from the very young age, I was like, I don't want to drink because of him. You know what I mean? But then
Yeah.
obviously, like, I grew up in Russia. Like,
Yeah.
we fucking drink.
Yeah.
So I mean, I
The
started drinking
cultures.
when I was like 13, right? But it was always social, like, and then I always, like, me and my brother, we always prided ourselves on, like, knowing how to drink. You know what I mean? Like, I go out, we have fun. I love the like that first buzz that you catch, and then you feel your body going loose. That's the feeling that I like.
Yeah.
The feeling when you have like helicopters, when you want to throw
Oh,
up,
yeah.
that's not the feeling that I like. So
No.
I
Yeah.
never want to get to that feeling.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, preach.
But one of the biggest things that I took away from that whole drinking, my mom told me, she was like, if somebody, and I'm not saying it to like tell you in your face, I'm saying what my mom told me, that if somebody drinks at home by themselves, they have a problem.
Yes, it is. I used to say that, and
That's what my mom
I'm
told me.
doing
She was
it.
like, if you're pouring yourself a glass of wine while you're cooking pasta,
Yeah.
fabulous, amazing, beautiful. But if you are finishing that bottle of wine by yourself at home,
No, honestly,
and I
preach.
think that sort of stuck with me, and I never wanted to like, I don't know. I don't know.
I know. I
It just
feel that.
always
No, and
stuck with me.
Slippery slope.
thank you for saying that. Not only because I think one, that's true. Two, I lived it because I used to be a person who'd be like, well, you know, my mom never really drank at home socially, so it's like I only got to drink when I was out there. But I never, and I also think a little bit to like my VSG, I never got to feel drunk until like after that. So like now I have that feeling of drunkenness, which is really fun. On top of like,
Oh, you mean that when you were heavier weight,
yeah,
you
it would take a
weren't getting
lot
drunk
more.
as easy?
Yeah, it would take me a lot more to get drunk, and I would not feel it, or like maybe it was just two different types of drunk.
That's tea.
Yeah.
That's actually
No,
tea.
they say, and that's like a big reason of why like transfer addiction is real because like you know I started drinking, I was like, oh my god, after one shot, I was like, whoa, that's never been a thing, and so I started doing it and realizing like drunk was fun.
So hold on. So how many shots did you have at that little tavern when
Girl,
you let
you
loose?
think I know I was buying the shots, but I think I started feeling it after that first one. And we were drinking lemon drop shots. I'm over here taking tequila, vodka, and I think that's why I realized it was a problem at home because not only was I drinking at home, I wasn't drinking wine. I was making cocktails, and then it was to the point where I stopped making cocktails and was like, let me just take these shots because I'm trying to have a live life. I'm trying to get it down quick. So
Okay.
I was a quick escalation and a quick like, ooh.
Yeah.
So I'm very fresh, but yeah, self awareness is key. But your girl still really loves to drink, so I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm transfer addicting back to edibles. So we're going back over there, you know.
Well, back to edibles. I can't even do those.
Like,
Yeah,
you know.
Fatima's Fatima's taking a break on THC, on vaping, and on alcohol.
Whoa, cold turkey queen! Come on,
I
proud
know.
of you.
Me
Yeah,
too,
just
but I don't smoke weed or vape. So.
I'm about to say, look, yeah, I'm about to say, I don't vape, but I was like, I don't smoke, but I take edibles, and I was like, I need this if I'm about to drop the liquor, I need to get something.
Yeah, we doing sober, girl.
I
That's
am
why
so
I'm a
proud of
little.
y'all. Y'all are killing it, and you honestly you're gonna motivate me to cold turkey it for real, because my New Year's hasn't started to the 6th for real, so I feel like this is my official. I needed it on a weekday.
I was cleaning my room earlier, and I was like I have this like big junk drawer that I just put on the floor, and I was like, you know what? Tomorrow I'm gonna go through that junk drawer, and in the corner of the junk drawer.
Oh
Oh.
my gosh. Oh
I'll come back to you very
yeah.
soon.
Honestly, I feel like, and I know this is maybe very much a mental thing, but I just need to know that I am not addicted and I can go without. Once I do that,
Yeah.
then I can go back, and I'll probably have to keep, tapping in and making sure.
Okay, but what are the
Yep.
steps if you are addicted?
Oh, I'm going full throttle. I'm going to immediately. Well, first off, I got a therapist, so I'm going straight to her for help. But I just need to. I've been known to jump the gun because I'm an overthinker quite
Yeah.
quickly. So it's like both in good and bad. So with this one, I have been, my mom joked about it before when I had said I had autism, and she was like, "That's not real." But I was like, "No, I think I do." And I'm not like diagnosed, but I'm self-described. And like they still think I'm jumping the gun, but I'm like, you know what you know. And also like
Yeah.
just with life, and so it's like with this and that, same thing, different font. But with this, I'm just like, I'm gonna give it a month, and if I realize this is a problem, then I'm gonna have to like go head on. And honestly, I don't know what that looks like, but I think the first thing is like making it known that it is a problem, and then
Yep.
going from
Yeah.
there.
Totally.
So
Absolutely.
yeah,
Yeah,
All
like you said,
right, Jules, let's
self-awareness
do
is
your
key.
check-in. How are you feeling on day 5, my princess?
Oh, like shit.
girl.
No, I'm just kidding. Okay,
Let it
so
out. Let it
No, this
out.
is real
no, I've
talk.
actually I
I'm glad we have this
really
space for real.
yeah, I've been doing good. Like you said, Aubrey, it's so true. Like transferring one addiction to another is huge. Like I am creating some positive addictions now. I've been going on my Peloton bike every day, which is so
Hey,
Yes.
shocking.
that's a good addiction. I need to get on that. I need
uh
to transfer that to that.
The crowd goes
I
wild.
know. This thing's been sitting here in my office behind me, like collecting dust.
But at least you
But
got
I've
it.
been
That's
using it.
you are killing it by having it in the space.
Yeah, true. That's half the battle, right? But I'm
Literally.
actually getting on it now. But I'm not gonna lie, like in the evenings especially, like that's my drinking time. That's when I normally will pour myself a glass of wine or a mixed drink or whatever the case may be. And I've been drinking nightly at home for many years. Like I'm, what? I would say like probably at least 10 years, maybe more. And yeah, it's hard. And I'm similar to you. I'm trying to decide like, is it just the habit and like the ritual of like pouring a drink every night, or is it a problem? You know what I mean? And I think it might be more of a problem, but I'm hoping that this break will help me and
Mm-hmm.
I can have a little bit of a fresh, clean slate. And after this, I really want to put some rules in place for
Yeah.
myself
Yes.
to, if we're sitting at home, we don't really, if not doing
Yeah.
anything, there's not really a need to drink. Like, let's save that for the weekends. Let's save that for
Yeah.
going out. Otherwise, I'm going to lose that privilege and we're not going to be able to drink. Like you said, I'm going
Well,
to have to go full hedge. And I
Exactly.
really want to try and control it
it's
before
crazy
that.
how, like our phones listen to us,
Yeah.
and me and Jules were having this conversation how like I know how TikTok works. Obviously, like you watch a couple of videos that are themed somehow, and then like the algorithm is gonna like send you videos,
Yeah.
right? Which I understand. That's fine. I sort of know how that works, but I didn't really watch a lot of like dry January or like sobriety in general videos, and they started popping up like crazy. And I was like, oh hell,
They
well,
heard
I know my
us.
phone has a
Mhm.
microphone, right? And the same thing for Jules. Oh, not
Yep.
only that, on Facebook, I started getting ads for freaking rehab
Oh,
centers in Orange
oh,
County, and I was like, okay,
take a step back. We didn't get there yet. We didn't get
hold
there.
on. I
You're
mean,
skipping chapters.
really,
Chill. You're skipping chapters.
Like a couple of them were like, only 30,000 a month. I'm like,
gag me, girl.
like,
Wowza.
and then it got me thinking, like, thank Lord that, you know, I don't have that problem because I don't have $30,000.
Honey, talk about it.
It's ridiculous. It's
Like,
a real.
what if I really need to detox and I don't have the money? Where should I
And think
go?
about
Just
that
like dying
mindset.
on the side of the road?
Think about the mindset that can quickly pop up. Because I immediately thought, oh, a bottle, I can get a bottle for less than 20. And versus that, like, come on. Like, that is so quick to get
Yep.
that mindset. And I think
Yep.
also, that's why I
Oh,
want to
by the
test
way,
the
this is the non-alcoholic beer, okay?
period. I got
Can you imagine
agua.
if I talk all this shit about dry January and then I just do this?
She's like,
Hold
what?
up a beer.
Roll the clips back. Who is this girl?
There's an ashtray with the cigarette in here.
Like, this girl. This girl. No, but
Oh my
honestly, like,
God.
that's why, and I think this is dry January. I've heard it before, but I never felt like I had a problem to address until recently. And so now it's just like, I think, Jules, you said it on the head so nicely of like, is this just something that, you know, I'm using to fill time, or is this like actually an addiction? And I think now more than ever,
Totally.
I can test it because it's, well, for me over here, it's cold outside. Like, it gets dark at 4 o'clock. So it's like,
Yep. Same.
I'm filling my time in more inside than outside. And even outside, I would be
Yeah.
not as, it would be social events. It would be liquor involved, but it wouldn't be the center of it. It would be just a nice add-on. So it's like, now it's like, okay, girl, you got to figure out. And I do love that you all are doing it and love that two of my girls are doing it too. So it's like, this is now can be my focus in my world. Because before, I'm not gonna lie, like if you're really trying to be sober in this world, it's very hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like
Being sober is hard. It's not the cool thing.
no, and it's like I realized like
But
my insecurity
okay,
was screaming.
I may have to disagree
No,
with
I
you. I
agree. I
may have
think
to
it is
disagree with you.
starting to be a cool thing, but
It's
I, as
Yes.
someone who's
Yes.
a drinker, I don't know. It's definitely a hard pill to swallow to like, even though it's
Yes.
a
And I
deflection of
think
your
it's
own
also
insecurity, like
important.
seeing that, like someone being sober and like now I feel like I'm just looking in the mirror of like, oh yeah, you're alcoholic. Like you're not because you can't be sober. That's why I
Yeah.
feel.
And I think it's also very important to surround yourself with people that are okay with you being sober, are okay
Absolutely.
with you doing those things, and also surround yourself with people that love you not because you go out with them and have drinks, but love you because you're an awesome fucking person. You know what I mean? And it's
Absolutely.
like, and it's hard. I get it. Like even this past Friday, I was gonna hang out with two of my girlfriends, and you know what? I had my period and I was feeling lazy, but a lot of the reason was because I knew that I would want to get high and
Mm-hmm.
I knew that I would want to puff because that's what we do. Like,
Yeah.
I get high, we sit around, we talk shit, we shoot the fucking shit, and then I just puff like mindlessly
Yep.
because that's what I
It's just
do.
it's a
So
part
I
of the
got scared a
program.
little
Like
bit and I was like, I don't
Yep.
know, I'm not
yeah,
sure. Not like they were going to push me. I knew that they would never because they already know that I'm
exactly.
Yeah.
trying to like quit and cut down. But at the same time, like, if you are surrounded by people, and I know I've heard so many stories, like, of one partner trying to quit and the
Yep.
other person is being like,
That
fuck
seems
you, you're
tough.
boring,
That
like I'm not
yeah.
going out with you anymore.
Yep.
So here comes my question. Do you guys think it is easier for us as single women? Are you single, Aubrey?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
For I
And
mean,
happy
hell,
about
we
it.
haven't talked in
No.
a minute.
No. We're good. We're good.
Okay, so do you think it's easier for us as single women to go through this? Or it would be easier if we had a partner because you know how we all mentioned that at night when it gets boring and we're by ourselves, we're watching a movie. Ooh, it'd be nice to hit a fucking. It'd be nice to puff. It'd be nice to have a drink. Do you think it would be easier with a person who's like, I got you, babe. I don't know. Let
I
me
think
fuck you. Let me
if they
let.
were supportive and they were doing it too, it would absolutely be easier. Then you
Yeah.
have like that
It's all on the
accountability partner.
person. Yeah, it's all on that person. Especially because like if they're trying to change their habits for the better, that means you have someone else checking for you and them.
Yep.
But if
Yep.
they're trying to get you back into those habits that you're probably trying to break,
Yeah.
that's a constant
Yep.
reminder. So I think
Absolutely.
also, I don't know, and I think for me too, I think I am one that I've realized quickly. I have to set a discipline at least like 30 days for myself before I can start including other people. Just because especially if our lives are so intertwined, I'm very susceptible. Like once I am one of those people. It really does take me 30 days to make or break a habit, and I need to just be strict and straightforward and just focus on that one thing, unless it's not going to happen. But if I have if it's positive reinforcements, that's awesome. But if it's negative, I'm really gonna lean towards that, and I just know myself in that case where it's like I got to make sure I get this shit together, at least a good head start before I start. Then we can talk in after a month and like we can really get on it and be accountability buddies then. But I need to make sure I have to get through that rough patch of starting first for sure.
Yeah, totally.
What do you
Those are
think,
great
Jules?
points. Yeah, no, I agree. I think that if you're with the right person, like if you've been with this person a long time, they're your person. They know that you're. I mean, if you're not just gonna quit drinking, if you don't have any sort of problem whatsoever, it wouldn't even be a thing. Like,
Yeah,
exactly.
Drinking is not healthy for you. We all know that. If you don't care for it, have zero problem whatsoever, you just wouldn't even do it, right?
unless you're like trying to conceive or like taking medication, I don't know, weight loss and all of that stuff, right?
Yeah, if there was a bigger goal or something in the way that you needed that you wanted more than the liquor, then that's when obviously that would take precedence.
Yeah, totally. But I feel like if it's something that you struggle with, or it's I mean, even like a cognizant effort of a dry January, if it's hard for you, like I don't know. To me, if it's hard for you, it's borderline a problem. Like you know
Honestly,
what I mean?
I agree. Just like Fatima, what did you say about like drinking at home? Like if it's a constant thing, if it's consistently, what did they say? Like isn't the doctors like more than like once a week you're supposed to really be drinking? Like
well, and that's what people say. Like if you, I mean. But technically, if you are making yourself cocktails on a Tuesday, just not without any nothing's happening, you're not celebrating anything, and you're just like having 4 cocktails on a Tuesday, why? Because you're gonna have a hangover on a fucking Wednesday.
Exactly. And I think that's why I say it's always a differentiator, but I think it's two of the same side of the coin. Like dry January is the first thing to make you realize, okay, you get it together. You're being intentional about making this. You're bringing this subconscious to a conscious thought. Like now, this is front facing. Now, after you've made it front facing, that's when I think you can determine if it's an addiction or not, if you can get through it. Because maybe because I'm going through it, I don't want to put an addiction on it because I feel like maybe that's another insecurity of mine. That could be wholeheartedly true, and I think it is. But until when I get through dry January, then I can say, well, and I'm gonna run with that because I want to. It's my side of the world.
Yep. No, absolutely agree. I'm with you, girl. It's our lives. It's our journey.
But I still can't wait to have an espresso martini.
Oh, and that's why it gotta be so good. But I also, and Jules, you actually inspired me. I saw that you were making mocktails. Like, I think one thing I've realized in this whole...
Listen, Aubrey, please, Aubrey, do not say a word mocktail to Jules. She hates that word by now.
Are they bad? Look, we're gonna get you some good ones.
No.
I think this could unlock a new hobby for us, making fun drinks. Because I like a lot of
They'd be a lot better if they had some vodka in them.
Thank you.
We gotta find a nicer... We gotta get creative with our drinks. So then when we do add a little spritz in it, it'll be even better. Even better.
I know that's my hope. Like, let's put this out there for ourselves. We're being intentional, like you said. We're bringing this to the front. We're going through it together. We're gonna get through it. We're gonna be proud of ourselves.
Yes,
and hopefully, my hope is this is gonna be like a reset, and then moving forward, creating some healthy boundaries around alcohol. Right?
Absolutely.
Like when I'm social, when I'm out, when I'm having a girls' night, like let's drink, let's have fun. Well, that's another thing too. Whenever I say let's have fun, it is also accompanied by let's drink. So I got to work on that too.
Yeah.
Because we can have fun and not drink, apparently. I'm working on that.
But like we're learning. And that's just like you said. And like I feel like that's all a part of the process. And maybe after this month we'll realize that, okay, that was more of an issue than I thought it was. Or maybe it wasn't. And then we move from that way. But I definitely agree with you on the fun thing. But also, I don't know. I can't go back and forth because I'm also like, is it just because of, the life stage we're in and the fact that we like to have fun? It is centered around a lot of social activities with alcohol. And I know there is a newer generation coming along that is more sober, which is very interesting because I mean, I have been one that's been trying to like get more into hobbies and things like that to curb that habit. And so it's like maybe this new generation to come in will show us different types of fun. And I'm all for saying that I think two things are true at fun two things are true at once. I have fun partying with liquor and I can have fun with partying without liquor. But yeah, I'm always open to showing me a new experience. Like what else are sober folks doing? Because maybe that is part of the problem. Because I associate a lot of my fun with liquor. So teach me a new world. I'm all for it.
It's true, absolutely. That was something me and Fatima have talked about too, like new habits and new hobbies.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
I think that's important because whenever I get bored, that's when I'm like, okay, I could use a drink now.
No,
but really, it's like
seriously.
Do I need a drink? I don't know.
I saw this one thing and it was like, you don't need a man, you need a hobby. And I saw that and she slapped me in the face with that video. And I went and got 3 new hobbies that same day. And I'm honestly not even trying to be funny. I've been so fulfilled. Like, I was like, maybe I was just bored. And, you know, boredom leads to fondling on the apps, leading to just interactions that I should never even been a part of. You know, I should never been.
Well, by the way, what we're doing right now is a hobby. So congratulations, lady. You have a hobby.
And you know, I'm trying to adapt my hobbies. Curb Logic is coming back in 2025. Stay tuned.
Oh my god, I was gonna ask you what happened to the vlog.
Girl, I'm a perfectionist. I am 0 to 100, and I was putting too many unrealistic expectations. And that's what I'm going to tell everybody right now. Even you two amazing women, just make it exist. It does not have to be perfect. The fact that y'all are constantly showing up, I commend you.
Aubrey, have you seen any of our videos?
That's what you think, but I am tuned in. I will sit you up while I play Sims, and I will be like...
They're made by a person who has type B personality, who literally does not care.
And guess what? This is from a girl that's type A that is still... has so many videos in the vault that hasn't been seen because she nitpicks. Like, the fact that you were able to get it out is like, I commend y'all. Like, I am like, I need to do this, and like, you inviting me on this show for this time was nothing more than perfect aligned timing, because I was like, okay, Aubrey, you got to get a video out. Like, it doesn't matter when the time in between the videos are, what the video's about, just like, get it out.
Yep.
So
totally. Yeah, you should. I love watching your little vlogs.
I love watching your videos.
I just, you know, when it gets to the editing fun. and then you just, I love watching YouTube, and I think that's also a downfall because I see all the people that I love watching, and I'm like, nowhere.
Comparison.
Like, a thief of joy. And I say it all the time, and I'm like, I got it. And then it's like, no, it beats me up in the sideline. So everybody make it exist. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just make it, whatever that thing is.
Yeah. Aubrey, you are saying this, I was going to say on national television.
Beyond the internet, okay?
Yeah, it's actually more important. Internet is more important. You can take shit off television, okay? Internet is forever. Bring a video.
Bring a video. I will. You heard it here first. I'll bring a video. I'm excited for it. I don't know what's going to look like.
You guys want to play?
Huh?
Yes, let's play a game. You guys I've been working. Have you guys been working?
Really a game. I just got a bunch of questions that I wanted to ask you guys, and then hopefully we get to know one another better.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Yep.
Wait. Okay. We need an update. Jules says she's been cooking. What you got over there? You said you was working. Let's see. How's the updates?
Oh, are you talking about my vision board? I'm already done.
Cook.
My vision board is done, y'all.
Oh, okay.
That's mom skills for you.
I was like, wow. Quick. Period.
Little arts and craftsy here. Okay. I'll wait till the end to show you.
Let's do it. I'm excited.
Okay. First question. Jules, I'm going to start with you because you are on top of my screen.
Okay.
And
you want to be on top?
You're on top in my heart.
She's smooth.
I just love you.
Call her the Rizzler.
Where are the hearts? They usually come out. I don't have the heart.
They're being mean.
Well,
Jules always gets hearts.
And that shows. It means.
Should I do like this? Should I do like this?
What's the different version?
Like a Gen Z?
Different versions of heart.
What is that supposed to be, Fatima? Oh.
That's a Gen Z heart, dude.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. That's different.
Okay.
Why?
I'm new here. I'm old, actually.
I just work here. Julianne, why do you think we met?
why do I think we met? I assume you mean in a larger scale, more
Spiritual.
emotional. I would say, hold on, you guys. I'm a little distracted here. Do you see this in the background?
No, I don't. What is it?
It's a young child on
Come
working out.
closer so I can see. I can't see.
I can't see nothing either.
All I
Oh,
see is the
okay.
tip of the finger. Oh, she gonna get that work. She's scared. I have to clock in. Hey, girl. Hey.
I'm sorry. We all getting our work in, okay?
Okay.
Let's do it.
Why did I think? You know what? Okay, so we meet people for a reason, a lifetime, a reason, a season, right? I feel like you, Fatima, came into my life to help me be more challenged and to challenge myself. Not that you challenge me, but to challenge myself and to kind of fall in love with myself again, because you're so good at, you've gone through so many ups and downs with your own, issues and journey of self-love and kind of just reinventing yourself, if you will. And I just admire that about you. Like, you love yourself, you love who you are, and that's something that I've always struggled with. And I feel like besides making me laugh and being a fun friend, I think that if I had to say a reason for you to come into my life, it's probably to show me an example that you can go through hard times, you can do hard things, and you can love yourself. Even if you want to improve yourself, make changes, you can still love yourself. And I need to work on that, and I'm working on that, and you've been a really good example of that.
Oh. That was sweet. I love that though.
Well, that was beautiful. Thank you. Aubrey, why do you think we met?
Ooh.
You're talking about just you, right, Fatima? Because I didn't even touch on Aubrey.
No, but we're gonna go one person at a time.
Oh, we're going back to, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Fatima, I think we met. You showed me that age is truly nothing but a number. I feel like I am
coming from an old bitch.
But you're not old. That's the funny part. But I'm not gonna lie to you. We met when I was 26. I mean, I'm 27. No, 25 maybe. But I was so new to that chapter in life, and I felt like, one, I was behind, and two, that I just had missed so much, and like that I was like missing so much. But it's like when we met, first off, your vibe was just incredible, and I was like, you are unapologetic. I got unapologetic from you, and just having that vibe of just living life, going no regrets, just living at the coattails of it. It was just like, oh my gosh, like I have time. Like it was like a breath of fresh air of like, I got time to figure this shit out, but also like we gotta live now, like the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
I'm gonna plug this in.
Okay, let me go real quick. Why did I meet any of you hoes? So, why didn't I meet Jules? I told her that before. I think Jules perfect. Like, I have lots of acquaintances. I have so many different people in so many areas, and sometimes it can come across like it's almost like I'm using people. Like, my other friend always tells me, she was like, it looks like you have a friend in every city in America. Is that on purpose? And I was like, sort of, because it's like, I think when you are open to new people and you're like open to everything new, the universe or God, whatever you believe, they send you that. Mm-hmm. And I know that no matter where I am in the world, I will know at least one person. And that's why I'm always say you have to be on good terms with people if they don't do anything bad to you, obviously. If they screw you over, welcome. But you have to be kind to people and you have to show them kindness because again, you never know what situation you're going to end up with and where you're going to end up with and where you're going to need help. And I have been in those situations where literally random people that I was kind to them once, they helped me in a really difficult situation. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's how I probably feel about Aubrey. Like meeting you was like, oh, there's more amazing people out there and I get to know them. What the heck? Like, this is wonderful. Like knowing people and then getting to know what you do for work. Like I've never met anyone who does anything like this for work. That's
Yep.
just interesting and that's something new. So I
Totally.
obviously will never take the way we met for granted. So that's how I feel. But Jules, I told her before, I feel like she like perfectly completed like my circle. Like I have people and then it's almost like there was this one missing link and it's like I'm good now. You know what I mean? Like I'm 32.
Oh.
Yes,
I
I
know
feel
I will
that.
meet more people. I know I will meet more people that I will love and I know that I will meet more people that will love me, but it's for now I'm okay. And it's almost like I was missing that one last link and like I got her. That's
She's a
that's how I feel.
forever friend. It's
Oh,
so
that's
sweet.
so sweet. Thanks,
All
Lou.
right, now you tell nice things to each other, guys.
Aubrey. So I just love Aubrey. I've told you that. I've told both of
By
you
the way,
actually.
Aubrey, she loves you.
Love
We talk
her.
about you often. We love you.
I talk about Aubrey a lot because
Love y'all.
Aubrey, you have this like joy and angelicness about you, if that makes sense.
Oh
Like
wow.
you're just when I first met you, you were so like I already told Fatima, I did not like Fatima when I first met her. I thought she was a little sassy. I thought she was all about like whatever. Obviously, I love her to death now, but that was my first impression. But your first impression was very authentic, and it's like who you really are. Like you were just very sweet. You are who you are. Like you are who you are in every situation. Like I saw you on in different situations and different settings, and you really just are who you are. And when you say you're unapologetically you, it's like so true. Like the
Yes.
way you preach exactly who you are.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I really admire that because that's something, like I'm about to be 35 in a couple months and I'm still working on that. Like I've been like I all about my kids, all about my job, all about success, but like when it comes to loving myself, like I said about Fatima, or knowing who I really am, or being the same person with every single person I'm around, whether it be at work, whether it be with my friends, I'm still very much so working on that, and that's something that I really look up to you because you know who you are and you are who you are. You're also so kind.
Yes. It's
You
okay. It's
are.
okay. You can cry here.
Yeah, we cry. But truly, you're so kind. You're just accepting and kind and sweet, while
Yes.
still being a little bossy bitch sometimes because you are who you are. You know what I mean? It's just true.
That feels
Yeah,
good.
you're amazing.
It just feels good because it's like to be seen is to be loved, but also like I say this and I tell every single person about this, but like meeting y'all was such a I mean, I told y'all before, we were skipping chapters. I felt like you were a core memory in my life for like
Yes.
ever. And it was such a vital moment to me in that life, in that stage of life, of just like I was
Mm-hmm.
freshly a new person, freshly trying to figure out who I was. This was the first time of figuring out what falling in love like with me looked like. Totally,
Yeah.
like for real. And like
I love
Jules,
how she said falling in love with me,
no, for real,
Yeah.
for like the first time, and like
not
Jules, I'm
anybody
not gonna lie
else.
to you, I fell in love with you, and I was like, I hope she is not like annoyed with me because I would like always wait till she woke up and be like, I was like, Fatima, is she up? Like, did you hear her downstairs? She's like, no, she's not up yet, and I'm like, I was just drawn to you, and one word that I just think of when I think of you is just resilience. Like from the moment I stalked your little profile when we did our applications to when we got you were just full of love and just like the life you have lived and the things you've gone through and how you came out with so much grace and strength and just still so much love and heart to give. Like I'm just enamored by you, and it's like I appreciate you saying I'm angelic, but I have been grateful for the life I live, but I don't know if I can promise this angelicness if like even half of the ounce of things that's, you have prevailed and went through, I would be the same. So I just, I don't know. You just.
But I think that's what makes both of you so gentle, and that's
Yeah.
what makes both of you so kind, is because you do realize that I'm not always this gentle. I'm not always this kind.
Exactly.
I'm not always this understanding. Not everything is always perfect. Like we get angry, we lose our shit. And,
Yeah.
I think that's the best part about people, when they can be honest about themselves, but they can always be gracious about it too. Not like, oh, I'm a terrible fucking person. No, 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 no. That's not helping either.
No. And it was just to be seen was just, I don't know. We just had so many raw moments together, and it was just, I've never been around so many women that had so much in common, but yet were so different. And it was just like, I could bear all my secrets and be okay, because I'm like, at one person or another, someone saw me and someone understood that experience. And
absolutely,
I ain't never
totally
been able to have
agree.
that a lot.
Me too, man. Thank you, Aubrey. I just love you. You're the best. But also, I agree though. Like that, we've already talked about it, but that experience was so fun. Like just being accepted and being yourself and having just the best group of girls.
That was amazing.
So fun.
Curvy connection forever. Not everybody feels this way though.
They weren't trying to be enjoyed. They weren't a part of the party, so it didn't matter.
Ladies, how would you describe the feeling of being in love in one word?
Romantically in love? I feel like there's different types of love.
Let's just say like in love, like, like in love, like with somebody in love. Not like with me, you love me, but like you love a man.
Man, it's been so long. I got to really think about this one.
I know what lust feels like. I know what crush feels like. Crush is a lack of information. I know.
True.
I know what that feels like. I don't know. I guess I would say.
Can I go first?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, yes. Start us off.
When I was writing it, and I immediately wrote the answer without even thinking, I wrote natural, because I think when you are in love, it feels like you've always been in love. I don't know if it makes sense. Like, it's never this unfamiliar feeling. It's never like, oh, what is this? What is this feeling? So sad and new.
Hey,
it feels natural. It feels like, even if you've never done it before, if you've never been in love, it's not like math where you're like, what do I do? It's like, you know what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. As humans, we know what love is, right? And we know what the feeling is. I like that, natural.
But like, yes. So, Jules, I just asked Aubrey how she feels about like white people wearing braids, and if that's like, because there's a big discourse right now on the internet. Like some people saying like, no, it's cultural appropriation. Some people say like it's just braids. So like, again, it's not my position to be talking about it. So I would like to ask Aubrey.
Yeah, totally. Let's hear.
I don't think. I think I want to go back. And when you said who owns braids, I want to touch that question. I think the African diaspora owns braids. Now, in question of saying who can wear what, I'm going to separate myself, because nobody has any business to tell me what I can wear, so I'm not going to comment on anybody else's. And I also think when it comes to the conversation of braids, are we talking, a little cute twist in the front? Or are you talking about full on box braids? If you decide to pay that money, that's on you, but also understand there is a culture that comes with that. There is a culture that is from the Black community, African American and African, that comes with braids. So I feel like if you understand the context of that culture, you need to understand that there will probably be conflicts, there will probably be consequences, and there will probably be people that don't feel that way. Now, after you have all this information and you have it in a nice pot, if you still decide you want to go ahead, sit down and get your braids, and you can take that 6 + 8 hours of pain, it's above me because I'm not going to take those braids out of you. But I know that if you were, some would say it as ignorant, other would say it as, one with the community. You case by case, it's up to them. But if you understand the consequences and you choose to still do it, then you have to deal with the repercussions and whatever that is entailed. But to me, I ain't gonna lie to you. I've seen some girls that look really cute with her braids, and I mean, did they last like all of 3 days? Yes, but if she still wanted those braids, then she wouldn't got them again. So I think it's case by case, but knowing the culture and understanding the background, I think is the more important question and the more important answer than trying to justify who can wear what. That's what I want you to know the history versus like you going to get a hairstyle.
And again, this is from my point of view, from a point of view of a white woman. This is what I'm saying, that I feel like what you said, I can side you with. Like, yes, like you have to still understand, like, it is a part of a bigger picture with a culture, right? But I think if we are trying to divide like hairstyles to the T and fight over like, I think we're creating more racial problems. That's just my personal opinion, because I've seen some people go at it so hard where I'm like, was this necessary?
I also don't understand what the divide
I think there's a way to be educational. Like, you can be like, hey, like, this is what it is. This is how I feel.
But I don't understand what the divide is, because even if I claim a hairstyle, that still doesn't mean you can't go out and go get a hairstyle. Like,
but not everybody feels like you, Aubrey. Some people feel very strongly.
And people are in other people's business way too much.
Yup.
We need to mind the business that pays us. Like, that will save us a lot more time and allow us to achieve our New Year's goals. Okay?
Unfortunately, there's not a lot of businesses that pay me, so I'm gonna have to mind other people's business.
Funny.
Okay, so oh, this is great. This is perfect. Okay, Jules, what have you tolerated from people in the past that you no longer have space for?
Everything. I've tolerated everything, and I no longer have space for anything. Of course, it's going to come back to men. I feel like I've tolerated way too much from men. Way too much. And I think that has a lot to do with why I'm still single. I feel like I'm pretty picky nowadays.
As you should be.
Yeah, I'm not tolerating shit from men anymore. I've wasted way too much life, way too much time, way too much energy and heartache on these men who have lied, who have cheated, I think it comes honestly down to just quite simply one word of just respect. Like, men who have not respected me. If they respected me, they wouldn't have done half the things that they did to me.
Absolutely. Yep.
And I have no space, no tolerance for that of any kind anymore. If I am not, and that goes for friends, for men, for anybody in my life. If I don't care for them, if I don't feel like they respect me, I have no space for it.
Come on, girl.
Absolutely. Well said. What about you, Ops?
You have to read me the question once, but just to add to that, and I also feel like did it have something to do with men?
No, I made it about men.
Men are always the problem in everything.
Period.
No, the question was, what have you tolerated from people in the past that you no longer have space for?
Oh. I think one thing, just like Jules said, I've tolerated a lot in the past, but I think one thing that I have learned is to set boundaries and understand what a boundary is and how to set it. I feel like I used to talk to my girl, shout out to my therapist, Nicolette. I used to tell her, like, even with the dating apps and everything, I was like, I just hate how some people just have so much access to me. Like, you should not have this amount of access. Or, like, you would never come, like, you come into these messages wild, and I'm like, I know I'm that girl. I know I look good, but I know damn well you just didn't come in this message and say this what you said. Like, absolutely not.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those things where it's like access. And that's when I realized, like, I can't be on these apps. I'm like, I gotta get out of here. But also just of access and like boundaries in life. So I think that's one thing. And I feel like I was, for better word, I was forcing it. I'm still trying to get uncovered on why I was forcing it so bad. I think it was a little bit of society, a little bit of me feeling like, I need to have somebody in this time. But forcing a lot of things that I felt I needed to be doing versus things that I actually wanted to do, which is sometimes fucking nothing. So
yes,
that is what I'm learning, and that is what I am excited to learn. You know, slow living is not as bad as the fast living. You know, there's a such thing as both. So that's what I'm thinking. Boundaries. I'll say that.
Yep.
I love that.
Yep. 100%.
Boundaries are huge.
I was thinking about it, and one of the things that popped in my head was the fact that I have been crowned as the loud, outspoken girl my whole life, and being a fat and a loud girl, it's like two things that you don't want to combine. Like, you know, if you're fat, you need to be like, you know, meek, and because like the loudness and the outspokenness and you know the opinionatedness, that's for skinny girls, right? Because like they're not scared to get called out, you know. And that's something that I have been working on for years, and I'm not scared to be loud. I'm not scared to be opinionated. I'm not scared to say like, this is how I feel, and I don't like how you make me feel, and I don't appreciate what you just said right now. Again, I like, if I'm disrespectful and if I'm being loud, if I'm yelling at you, yes, obviously I'm being loud.
Yeah. But also, just because my ground. What's the difference in me doing it versus someone who's skinny doing it? We say the same thing.
Yeah, but unfortunately, it didn't always feel as safe, you know, being
as a
that
Black
girl.
Woman trust, I understand.
Like, and as a fat person, like, you don't want to be the gossiper. You don't want to be the girl that people get the info from. You know, you don't want all these things, because it's like, damn, you already have nothing going for you, and now you're all these other, you know, negative things too. Yeah. So I'm over that. This is what you get. And this mouth is also what you get. So you either want it or you don't.
You heard it here first, folks. Retweet it. Bold, italicized.
And I always tell myself, and I want you guys to feel that way about yourselves too. If so many women love you and want to be around you, that's all that should matter to us. Because men,
if you want to be by yourself,
men will have sex with this thing. If they had to, okay? Women, though,
I can do bad all by myself.
That's a good point, Fatima. That's a good point.
Yeah, you made it up, girl. 4 + 4.
Ooh, that's a great question. Aubrey, let's start with you. Oh. What's the hardest part about dating you?
That is a good question.
Self-awareness is key.
Okay, this is self-awareness, but I'm also very cocky. I think I am a little too serious for these men. I am not. When you meet me, you would want to take me to the altar. And I don't think a lot of these guys that interact with that want that at that time. Like, and I know that may sound so cocky, but I have sat with this.
You know why you say it sounds cocky? Because we were taught that saying that I'm beautiful, I'm successful, I'm gonna be a good wife, I'm gonna be a good mother, I have a good pussy. Like, you're not supposed to say those things, okay? Somebody else is supposed to say that to you, right? So
thank you for that reminder. Like, I'm unlearning. I'm unlearning because self-awareness is key. But it's true, like,
yeah, because you're like, I know I'm a good partner. If I have kept my friends around for so long and we have these deep, beautiful, genuine relationships, do you think Chad is not going to get the same treatment?
It's just like the what you bring to the table conversation. There is no conversation because I am a whole house and a home. Like, you know, when you come over here, like, you can't come with no games. And, like, that's why I want to say to the girlies, like, who don't get approached as often, don't take it as an insult. There are a lot of guys, and I have a lot of straight friends that I've talked to, and we went to the club and we went out to outings together, and I was like, this girl is beautiful. Like, why are you not talking to her? She's like, I know if I go over there, I need to have my shit together and be ready to come with a ring because, like, not even just that he knows that she is a full package, but he knows that he will fall in love. And, you know, before a man want to fall in love, they want to feel like they have everything together on their end. Or they don't even want to be in love and they want to be in a hoe phase, which, you know, everybody got their own and they need to be outright with it, which they are by not approaching. And I'm just like, I've even talked to dudes that are like, why are you single? I know I'm single because I'm not settling for anything, but I know what I bring, and I know that when you settle down with this, we about to have a good ass fucking life. A nice little happily ever after. But I need to make sure you're just as ready as I am. And if you want to play games, have your fun, play your games. Not over here though. So
yeah. Amen.
So.
Yeah, there's an Xbox and PlayStation for games, not the
and babe,
streets.
I'm on my Switch, so I have enough games over here myself. I don't need any more.
Yeah.
But I just remember,
So
ladies,
yeah, basically the hardest thing about dating Aubrey is she's just fucking that girl.
Also,
That's
I guess
it.
also I will add, I am that girl, but also in self-awareness, I can be stubborn, and I am a very strong woman, so I need a stronger man to take the lead. If I feel like I would love a man to take lead if he knew how to lead. You cannot lead me until you lead me. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't submit to everybody. So if I feel like, and I allow
you
you
cannot
to
lead me until I am willing to be led.
Let's run that again, okay?
Consent. We love consent.
Especially when it comes to a woman of me and my caliber, you're not going to just try to come and run shit. No, I'm going to allow that. And until I do that, that is something that I value. And if you can't get that, then that's okay. Just keep going.
Beautiful. Julianne, another one of my boss bitches. What's the hardest thing about dating you? Except for that person needs to have a job at least a little bit close to yours and be making a little bit close to what you're making.
Oh man, it's hard because part of me wants to say very similar to Aubrey. Like I feel like I have a lot to offer and a lot to bring to the table, and I have a hard time finding somebody else who has like a good career, who's looking for something serious. That's hard. But also I'm gonna take a different approach though and just kind of call myself out for I've had a lot of trauma in my life, and I feel like yes, I've had a really hard time finding anybody I would even consider dating, if I'm being completely honest. But also, if I were to find that person or something even similar, even remotely what I'm looking for, I always look for the worst, I feel like, in people, and I discount them and cut them off immediately. Like, I assume the worst in men specifically. Women friends, like, I'm pretty loosey-goosey, easygoing. But when it comes to men...
Put a finger down!
Look, I just wanted to retweet. I'm going to add that to my list. So add to cart, and also add to cart that I've been single for a very long time. So you're going to have to really change my mind because I've been single for... I've been enjoying this contentness for a long time.
That too. That's hard, man. It's like
terrible.
When you've been single for so long and you're so independent, like I'm good. I have a good career. I have my own money. I have my own things. I am busy. Like, if you're coming in and you're not adding to my life, then it's a waste of time, you know?
Yeah.
But I will say, if and when I date, just the couple times I rarely date, but the couple times I have, I am quick to look for the flaws. I'm quick to think someone's lying. I'm quick to think that they're not in it for the right reasons. I'm quick to jump ship.
Yeah.
But can you be blamed for that if you were fucked over this many times?
Yeah, no, I think I have every reason to be that way. But also,
every man that you meet lies about something little, true. It can be so little. But why?
Why are you lying?
That's what I'm saying.
You did this for
That's
what?
what I'm saying. The hard part is you're right. Like, every guy I've met has lied and has been awful, but also at the same time, I'm not going to meet the right guy either if I just always assume that they're lying to me. And usually they are. But I struggle with that.
That part.
Yeah.
You know?
Sure.
I don't know.
That is so true.
No, that's 100% makes sense.
You are preaching to the choir. We see each other because also it's like I get like you're not supposed to bring the baggage, but it's like this is these are repeat patterns, repeat offenders.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah, I feel like you're dumb if you don't think something's happening.
And you're
like, I don't want to go in blind and stupid. Right?
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
It's a struggle.
You got that right.
I think the hardest part about dating me is like I like to talk everything out. So if you are with me, you're going to have to be vulnerable. You're going to have to show me your emotions, okay? You're going to have to talk about your emotions, okay?
But is that a bad thing? Me too.
But it is, I guess, for some men, especially for those who
talk about your feelings.
Didn't grow up being vulnerable and who are maybe been raised in this mix of this like toxic masculinity where like, like, let's just not talk, let's just give me space. We'll talk. No, there's no space. There's no
There's
space. What
no
do you mean
space.
space? We live together. This is what we're doing
Also,
right now.
what
We're
the
figuring
space
out
gonna
because
do?
if you need space, I'll call you in 2 days. You might as well just delete my number because I'm not gonna sit here for
No, you better be
two
ready to talk
days.
about what the hell's going on in 2 days, if anything. Shit, what's up?
Especially again, it was different maybe when if I was like 20, 21. Like I didn't talk about anything with anyone. Like we just like hushed it over, like just
Mm-hmm.
swept it under the table,
Yeah.
and it's all okay the next day.
Mm-hmm.
But we're in our 30s. I'm
We
sorry, we
don't do
can't
that
just like
anymore.
sweep things under the rug anymore. Like we have to face
Also,
it head on. So I think that'd be the hardest thing for someone who's not used to being so vulnerable,
mm,
um
that's it.
being around me,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good point.
Um, and then I have some funky questions. I was in the shower, y'all, and I was looking at my shower, and I was thinking to myself, how often do people clean their showers?
So I'm gonna sound bougie for a second, but I finally have a house cleaner.
Oh, you are
And
bougie.
Well,
well,
because,
She
I mean, you
got
have a
money.
house. You have a house with 2
That's
kids.
I
true.
have a house with 2 kids, 2 cats, 2 dogs, 2
Yeah, yeah.
hamsters,
Okay. Yeah.
a full-time job. So
You
now
got one.
my showers are cleaned once a week or once every other week. But before that, honestly, no. When I'm in the shower, I would do this, shoot, like onto the sides,
Mm-hmm.
and then call it done.
Yeah. I clean the
How
shower
often
like
are
Okay,
you
while
in your
I'm
Aubrey,
in
shower?
there.
you strike me as a very clean person, Aubrey. You
Yeah.
strike me as like,
Yeah, I'm like a clean as you go type of girl. So like, if you're cleaning it while you're in the shower, like you don't have to. So I try to do every other week, but also like while I'm in the shower, like clean while I'm in the shower.
Do a
But
little.
how does it feel to be God's favorite?
no, that's just type A perfectionism. But they,
That's true. How about you, Fatima?
yeah,
How
what
often
you
are
been
you
doing,
cleaning
girl?
your
I was
What you
just
shower?
been
I
doing?
was just talking with my brother, and I told him that like I clean every other week,
That's pretty good.
but it feels like I mean my apartment is from like 1950s, so this is a very old apartment. Nothing was changed or nothing was renovated. This is like the original shower,
Period.
and it just feels dirty because it's old.
It's
You know what I
old.
mean? No
That's
matter how
one thing to
much you
change with the
scrub.
shower too, because honestly, if you do it once a month, like let's shoot the messenger. But I think once a month, if it's your shower and you do not feel that it is dirty, once a month is good. Like it's.
I think so
But
too.
also, I'm not really wanting to do my hair in the shower. I hate hair, so like that's just something I don't do in the shower.
Oh, it's crazy. I just
I feel
asked
like
my
that
brother. I
maybe
was like,
changes it a little bit.
can I ask you an honest question? I was like, does hair on the wall after I take a shower bother
I
you?
can't.
And he was like, no. He's like, I don't care. And I was like, because I looked at my wall today and I was like, this is gross.
Yeah, Grosiana to para me, because no, I cannot.
Speaking of hair and men, that's the one thing that I freaking hate.
I'm overstimulated
when
by
you're
hair. I
doing
cannot do
that.
hair. Anyway.
The little hairs all over the sink in the shower.
I
You
have
know, you
not.
guys, I
I have
think
chosen
about
not
hair.
to live with a man because of that. I just don't.
Yep.
I'm good.
But
Gross.
We're good.
living with the dog is the same thing. I have hair everywhere. Look,
Oh,
there's hair on my table.
see, R.I.P. to my TT. He didn't have hair that was just he wasn't a shedder. We don't see. I cannot
Yeah,
do
same.
hair. I got allergy. I can.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dogs don't shed either.
I can't do hair.
Oh,
I don't know what that's
lucky
like.
you.
Nope.
How often do you change your bed sheets, girls?
Once a week. Every Sunday.
I'm about once a week too. Yeah.
That's okay.
Okay,
No,
next
that's
question.
okay.
Next question.
No, just.
Uh,
Do you do
No,
it at least
Fatima,
once a
you
month,
change
every
yours.
other week? I also think it comes into question
once
if you
a month.
shower
Once
like
a
in the
month.
morning or at night, because I'm also a night showerer, so I feel like my
Me
sheets
too.
are clean, so it doesn't have to be a weekly thing because I go to bed.
Well, I take 2 showers a day because I work in a restaurant. I shower before work.
I think you're good
and
then.
after.
I think girl math cancels out. You're good with the bed sheets
Okay,
in my
good.
book.
It's basically like you change them
But I'm
weekly.
also a sweaty bitch, so
Still, girl math cancels out. I take a shower a day, so
okay.
keeps the dog away.
Um,
Get your coochie fresh.
what's the first thing that you wash in the shower?
My face, and I know that's against, but I love a good steam in the face. I get the most. Hey girls, if you have skin like me, wash it in the shower. It's a nice steam. And then
I think that's what most people go
and then my
for, the
cooch.
face.
Yeah.
What about you, Jules?
If it's a hair washing day, the first thing I do is my hair. If it's not my body, I'll start putting this stuff on the. I just got one of those, not a loofah, but it's like
Ooh.
the thing.
Yes.
Have you seen those? They're like a piece of fabric.
African nest sponge.
Yes.
Yep, I got some of
Yes,
them, and I got a loofah, double clean. Oof. I love a good shower.
I do too.
I carry shower karaoke. It's a moment for me.
I just noted. I wrote that question because I started noticing that I start with my butt crack.
Oh, you start most the dirtiest.
Yes, because I feel like it's the dirtiest because I took like 3 shits before, so I'm like, it needs to be washed.
You know, that makes sense. I guess I do the face because I think it's my hands are the most clean, and then I get to the.
Yeah, but then like I'll put soap.
I can see that though. I can see going for the dirtiest first. I mean, that makes sense. You know, it's the cleanest. You have the most energy for it. So,
can I ask you guys a question? I want you to be honest.
Sure.
Do you really scrub and clean and wash your legs? Or do you let the water just run over them with all the leftovers?
I scrub my legs. I don't know. No judgment, but
in the summer I do because I wear flip flops and they literally get like black.
I have friends who said they let the soap go down. I wash my legs.
Well, that's in the winter, I let
some people that don't, but I wash your legs.
In the winter, I don't.
What? Don't you need to? You gotta get exfoliated.
But I also don't use any soap. So
what?
On your whole body?
I don't.
What?
I know it's a super controversial opinion. I know.
No way! I didn't know that about you.
What are you washing?
I just water.
Shut up! Are you serious?
I did have a skin.
You joking?
I had a skin condition for a very long time, and it was really, really bad, and it was going up to here, and it was just like it was the biggest insecurity of mine. And when I went to dermatologists, they were like, how much do you use? I was like, I love shower gels. Like I have like 30 shower gels, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, our bodies are self-cleaning ovens. Yes. Like if you want to wash, like get a soap, bar soap. If you need to wash your legs, if you need to wash your feet, you know, if you need to wash your hands and like, I don't know, like, but don't use too many soapy things because like they have so many chemicals and your body type and whatever sweat type and whatever you have, it doesn't go well with it. So I got so scared because as soon as I stopped using body gels and all that stuff, the shower gels, it disappears. So I'm scared.
How do you wash your rose?
It's a self-cleaning oven.
Not even that. So you just I know you save a lot of money though.
Oh, wow. I don't remember last time I bought.
That's the first thing that came to mind, but that is. I mean,
that's different. So that is true though. Like, okay, so for the lady parts, you really are not supposed to clean that. But the rest of your body, like you really, that's how you can get like bacteria and infections and BV and stuff like that. But like, and the rest of your body, I have heard like you got to be really careful. Like, ideally, you shouldn't use anything with fragrance. Of course, I love all things fragrance. So I'm like the foofiest shampoos, soaps, everything. But wow, so you don't even use like a hypoallergenic or like no fragrance. You just don't use it.
And the fact that like it's it's not even.
And I think I have like really like smooth, pretty skin.
I don't think
I smell. I've never gotten like I think
I've never heard you. I've
so.
never said. I don't think you smell, and I think that's the most interesting because how it's just fascinating how different our bodies are. Because like I feel like I not necessarily need it, but I need to make sure that I am like using a cleanser. But I think it's because of my body and how my chemicals are made. But that is so fascinating. Yeah. But I don't knock it because people have sensitive skin and stuff like that. But
yeah, I know when I tell people, they're like, "You're joking."
Like I was like no. Gagged. Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
But I can't say nothing.
Yeah.
What about like when you go Sandy in the beach
every day?
When you in Sandy in the beach, you don't put no nothing. Just how you get the
just come home and wash it with water.
Yeah. I mean,
and also when you wash your hair, the shampoo goes down, and you're like,
and that's when I feel like it's dirty because the shampoo residue. You gotta actually wash that off. Okay.
But you wash your hands with soap.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's
Just
good.
not the rest of your body.
Oh.
Huh. Interesting.
You learn
I will
something new
find
every day.
pictures and I will post it. I will find pictures of my skin condition and I will post it on the girl goggles and I'll send it to you. Like, it was not pretty. It looked like, it looked real. Like, people would ask me, like, are you okay?
Oh,
wow.
I'm
Because
glad
it
you're
would
okay.
go up to here and it's like, and it was
It wasn't
itching
eczema?
too.
It wasn't eczema?
It wasn't. It wasn't. It was something to do with my sweat. Like, I don't know how to explain
Interesting.
it in English. I don't know how to be profound in English with it, you
It's
know?
all right. But look, I'm just glad
But,
you. I mean, it's crazy that was a solution, but I'm glad that you're able to find that that it was a solution. You know?
Yeah, that's true.
Because I wouldn't even think about stopping body wash. Like I'd be like, no,
Me either.
Can't possibly.
no, the best thing I've discovered is a Dollar Tree or whatever little cheapy store that you have. You just go bar of soap.
I love that. Tree Hut, Bath and Body, and Olay hate to see me coming. Okay.
But
too,
you
girl.
are, you both, you and Aubrey and Jules, you girls both, you love that like smelly. And when I see you, I can
That's my
smell
favorite
it through the
compliment. Tell me I smell
screen.
good. Yeah.
Yep, I love all the floofy stuff. But that is true. Like the potent, smelly stuff really is not good for your skin. But I love all that.
I know.
Yeah.
That's one of those self-awareness I know, like, ooh, self-harming away? Sure. Yeah, I'm going out smelling good, though.
Let's do it.
Aware, but not willing to change.
Period.
I have had so much fun talking to you. Do you want to show our,
Yes.
well, obviously I don't have an actual thing because I was busy talking to you.
Oh, you didn't make yours? Tisk.
No, but I'm going to be showing you pictures and explaining it, okay?
Oh, that's
Okay,
all
let's
that
see.
matters.
Yep.
Okay, the first one that I printed out is a picture from, I want to say like maybe 2006 or 7. This is a picture of Lindsay Lohan.
Come on, Lindsay.
Well, number one, I think she's making her comeback, and I'm so happy because she's always been my favorite. And I mean, I just love to see her thrive. And second of all, is because I want to get back to dressing like this because this was my shit and this was my style.
I would love to see Fatima 2025 like that.
Loved wearing like what do you call them? The little like biker jackets, right?
Leather,
Those
leather jacket.
Yes.
like mini dresses and just I just want to get back into like my grungy little look. I think I was a clean girl for a little too long.
I'm a fan of this.
Love it. Yep.
Next thing, everything I want wants me.
Ooh,
come on.
Love that.
This is a picture of all the cutesy little thingies and says I'm going to make a very beautiful life for myself no matter what it takes.
Yes.
That's cute. I love that.
Cute.
Very Pinteresty, Instagrammy.
We love Pinterest.
Pinterest was
it.
Have not been out of country in 2 years. This like last time I went was March 2023. So I definitely want to travel more this year.
Manifesting that for you, yes.
At least Mexico, okay?
Yeah, me too. Let's go. Let's schedule it.
Coming.
This is my favorite place in the whole entire world, New York City, and I haven't been there in like a year and a half, so I really need to get back to my roots.
Yes, girl.
I'll join you on that one too.
Yay! The only bad
myself.
workout is the one that didn't happen.
Ooh. Nice.
I am very happy with my gym flow, how I have been really consistent, but also I have been like very kind to myself. Like we're not overworking out, we're not going crazy.
Yeah.
We're doing it because it makes us feel good.
That's the best way.
I want to finish my patchwork sleeve tattoo this year.
Ooh.
Love that.
Fresh.
Beautiful.
I want to have more outside dinner parties with my girlfriends.
Oh, that's gorgeous. I love that.
You gotta start behaving and moving like it's already yours. It's mine, bitch.
It's already.
I mean, does this need explanation?
No.
Nope.
Boola, baby.
Cheddar.
Cheddar cheese, y'all.
I am so lucky. Everything works out for me.
Yes.
I attract incredible opportunities into my life.
Ooh, love that.
Dude, the size of this paper, my art
Those
is
are
like
all
tired.
posters.
Your
Oh,
whole wall's gonna be
I
covered.
Oh,
I live in a very small, tiny, dark apartment, and I would love to have my kitchen with lots of light.
ooh, that's a gorgeous kitchen.
Mm,
I would love
that is
that.
gorgeous. Me too.
Uh, the art of observing and not absorbing.
Mm, that was deep.
Ooh,
Big,
that's a good
big
one.
brain.
And the last one, the joy of just being.
Yes,
Mm,
that is the perfect one to be last.
This life is extraordinary, and being a part of something extraordinary makes you extraordinary. So,
Absolutely.
all
those are
right,
beautiful.
Obs, let's do yours.
Yep.
Okay, guys, I want to forewarn I love making vision boards. I think they are awesome to just have, whether virtual or digital. I mean, digital or physical.
So
Um,
basically, she said mine is gonna be so fucking good
I
that you
just
guys
wanted
are
to
gonna be so
preface it because
jealous.
this is like my brain and I had experience, so I don't, but it's also just a lot. So we'll just have to point out a little bit. I can't do all of it. So
Okay.
Okay.
this is my vision board, and
Okay.
I want to see how I can do some close ups so you can see me, but obviously, I am the center of everything. And
Yes, you are.
Period.
I want to get really close with God this year. So, my thing and the main center of the board is I know God is working in my favor. Another thing that I've been trying to get into is obviously just reflecting on having a good time with future goals, but also just recognizing the goals that I accomplished last year. So I put a lot of those on there. And then just to point out a few, I don't even know if you can see this, ASL. I've been trying to teach myself sign language. Um,
I
That's
love
so
that.
cool.
so yeah, so I can do my name. That's about it so far. Let's see, another thing. Obviously, I want to travel. I put Greece right here because that is somewhere I hope to go this year. So Santa Rich,
Oh,
Ooh.
come at me, baby. Um,
you will.
let's see what else. Oh, obviously young money's on there per usual. Money's on there a lot. I want to read more. I actually really want to get into baking. I did say something about baking and cooking. I
Ooh, I
have new
love that.
apartments on here. Just a lot of different goals and ways to see them. Um,
That looks so amazing, Aubrey. Good job on doing that. That looks so wonderful and like
So good.
colorful and
thank
just
you.
like,
But this is just my brain. Your vision board can be whatever it is. So don't feel like this has to
yeah.
be the end goal. This is just something I was very excited about and something I take seriously.
Where is it hanging? In your room? Like
It
in
is
your office?
literally in my room along with all my other ones from past years, and it is right when I wake up,
Yep.
right there.
That's amazing. When you look at your past vision boards, do you feel like you've really accomplished a lot of what's on there?
Yes, I feel
That's amazing.
it is so, especially the one I always keep is like the one from 2021 to 2022 because that's when everything just like hit
Yeah.
a crazy fast speed. But just looking at it and realizing like how how things have manifested to the fruition and like how they're still coming along, but also just things that I don't know how to explain it. Like you put things on your vision board and they come true, but never in the way that you thought they would have came to life. Like
Yep.
I wanted
Yep.
to
Wow.
Yep.
travel I wanted to go somewhere internationally this year, and I put it on my vision board. Didn't know how, didn't have no money. Ended up getting a fully funded fellowship to France for an entire week, and was able to go. Like, and it's just
Crazy.
crazy, like how you can set your goals, but like it's still so fun just living and seeing how they come about. Like.
Yeah. Like the universe is like, oh, you thought it was gonna be
Working for
like the
you.
way you wanted? No.
Mhm.
I'm gonna
Even
give it to
better.
you.
Even better.
Yes.
It's the
Yes.
best. It's
Yes.
just a good
Yes.
feeling. And it's just like, that's just encourage you to keep dreaming and like even dream bigger, you know? Like, why not?
Yeah.
Totally.
For sure.
That's
For sure.
amazing.
That was awesome.
Thanks, girl.
That was awesome. Julianne!
All right, let me grab mine.
Okay, I'm so sorry.
Why did you
I still
already
can't see it. I'm sad. I can't see her. So I'm going to.
I know, Ops. I couldn't see you either.
Oh, I'm sorry,
It's
guys.
okay. Just make sure you describe it so I can make sure I still give you all the love and affection.
Can you see it?
I can see it.
Period.
Okay, so first thing we've got is debt. It's a picture of debt, the word basically falling off a cliff because your girl's got a little debt. For those who don't know, I had back surgery last year. My son had knee surgery. All those bills are, just those 2 surgeries is like 20 grand that I owe. And then, just other, I don't have a ton of debt other than that, but I need to pay that off, is a goal of mine. This says everything in moderation. This goes back to what we were talking about before. I am an all or nothing girly. So I want to learn in 2025 that we can do things in moderation. It doesn't always have to be all or nothing.
Yes, ma'am.
That goes for bad habits as well as good ones. I've got this girl on her Peloton bike because I want to continue my Peloton bike journey. And not just Peloton bike, but working out, walking, being healthy and active. This one is, this gal is watering this head that's open. So basically just treating your brain, watering your brain, nourishing your mind, basically mental health, making sure that I'm in a mentally healthy state of mind and always working through my mental health, and just bettering myself and my brain. Let's see. It's hard to look at this way. This is just food and more workout stuff. Again, I really want to focus this year on being healthy, physically healthy and mentally healthy. These both are very similar. This one says self-love. This one says I love myself. I want to work, like I said, this year on just loving myself, unapologetically being me.
Yes, ma'am.
This one is a child cleaning because I want to. I'm a very loving, fun mom, but I don't hold my kids accountable for any sort of chores. I do everything myself. This year, I want to put my kids to work a little bit and do some chores because I think that's going to be mentally very healthy for them. Yeah. It's also going to help me. So I want to start giving them more responsibility. I've got this little picture of work-life balance because I don't have very good work-life balance at the moment. And I need to work on that. When I get out of my home office at 5-ish, sometimes 6, I need to let it go, not check my emails after hours, not Teams people, like we are done working until the next day, stop logging in on the weekend, all of that. Here I have, it's like a picture of people in a work meeting. They're all laughing, smiling, having fun. To me, what that pictures is having good relationships at work, with my colleagues, with my employees, with my clients. I already do have good relationships, but I feel like I have sort of a front on at work and nobody really knows me very well. I want to work on those relationships and have more, closer, more intimate relationships. Learn more about my clients, about my employees, about my colleagues, and let them learn more about me. Have more friendly relationships. I'm with these people all the time, but they barely know me and I barely know them. So I would love to just have more friendly, obviously professional, but friendly relationships with people. The last one, again, this is just working out again. And the last one, I would love to, whether it be find love or just date more, I want to put myself out there for who I really am. And at least open up the opportunity to potentially find love.
That's what I'm talking about, girl. I love it.
That was beautiful.
Yeah. It really was.
I think these are amazing aspirations. And as Aubrey said, and that's something that I have to remind myself all the time, no dream is big enough for us, because if anything that we have learned in like 2025 years that, this shit show has been going on, that there's nothing impossible. We hear things all the time, and we see things that happen to us personally, and we're like, oh my God, I can't believe that this happened to me. When I was 17 years old, I didn't know I was gonna live in California. I did not know that that was a possibility for someone from a small town in Russia. That here I am. So I think it is amazing to have friends like you who are not afraid to dream big and go after what they want. And also having friends that are successful like you two is amazing for me, because again, I am so about women in power, and I'm so about women finding that, balance where their boss is at work and they make these hard, difficult decisions at work, but they're also very soft and feminine, and it's just, I think
You had
men
the
could
best of both
never.
worlds, girl.
Men could never. I think women can do things that they're just incredible, and to know a woman is to love a woman. So, I mean,
Oh,
that's how I
God, how
feel.
I love being a
Amen.
woman.
A woman. Well, on that note, I think it's good. We have had the most amazing conversation, girls. I could talk for hours.
I
Girl
know,
talk.
same.
But I
Okay, let's.
am going to catch a movie with my brother. We're going to see Nosferatu.
Ooh, let me know how that is. Update us.
Yeah, report back.
Update us.
That
Report
was
back.
spooky.
You know,
I'm gonna go put this on my
I
wall
heard it's
to
spooky
look
sexy.
at every
Yes,
day.
make sure you put it on the wall. I can't wait to see our dreams come true.
All
Period.
right, y'all. Having the most amazing 2025. Aubrey, thank you so much for
Yeah.
coming on Girl Goggles.
Thank
Yes,
you for
thanks for
having me
joining
as
us.
always. I love you, girls. Stay doing this.
We love having you. Okay, I love you guys.
Mwah.
Bye.
Bye.